So, food diary. I recognize I'm a day late with this. Yesterday just was really busy. Not like today has been much different. It is 12:35. I've been on the phone on Zoom since 8 a.m. straight. So, hell of a morning. But thankfully, I don't have any more meetings this afternoon. I can actually get some work done. See, I've got like 40 emails to clear since just last night. Um, but great weekend of eating. I really wanted to make sure I took the time to document this. I think these video journals are really helping because it creates accountability and it helps me reflect on things, whereas things can be in a blur. Um, so this weekend, picking up from my last video journal on Food Diary, Friday evening was my daughter's birthday. I did overeat there. I had planned on having two cheat meals this weekend. One of the things I said in a previous video is I want to kind of stay away from pizza because there just tends to be an oversupply of food, and I think I really do a lot of damage with pizza. So we ordered pizza for my daughter's party. We ordered three, and I ended up having six slices of pizza. I really, for a cheat meal, I really would kind of like to cap it at like four. So it's not like, a slice is like 250 calories, according to the Papa John's site. So, it's not like I went over by some astronomical amount, but that kind of tends to be what happens with pizza. If it's sitting out, I'll just keep going back and going back and going back. So I haven't ordered it in a while. Saturday morning, I had breakfast. I made breakfast for the whole family. I had two small pancakes, and outside of that, I just had eggs and some of my vegan sausage. Wasn't too thrilled about having the pancakes, but I'm not going to kill myself for eating them. So I ended up actually fasting until dinner that day. And one of the things I'm particularly proud of is we went to Johnny Rockets for lunch. I didn't have anything. And I'm in a restaurant. We're all ordering food, and I kept telling myself, just get a soda, just get a soda. And I know myself, I'll get a soda and I'll have like four or five of them. So didn't even have that. My family ate, but I didn't eat anything. And all I had all day was water. And for dinner, we went to Longhorn, and I had a steak and broccoli, and I had a salad for my appetizer. I didn't eat any of the bread. I love the bread at Longhorn Steakhouse. They bring it out warm. It's nice and sweet with that butter. Didn't have any of it. Just had my steak and my broccoli, and like I said, my salad with raspberry vinaigrette dressing. So really happy about that. On Sunday morning, I did 14 miles out at Haynes Point. I had two body armors and I had three gels. And it was as hot as 95 degrees out there. I did not go crazy like I have in the past. It's like on days like that when I put out such a huge effort, I normally just start inhaling those carb drinks. Like I would probably normally have had like five or six of those body armors over the course of the day, and I did not. I had two, and they were both when I was running. And for the rest of the day, all I did was drink water. Um, I ended up actually, I wasn't planning on it, but I ended up not eating until basically about 4 o'clock. I had one of my trifecta meals, and I had a vegan protein shake, my Planta shake. And that was the first time I ingested any food. 4 o'clock, and I finished my run at maybe about 12:30. I got home at like 1:30, and I was planning to take my nephew out to eat. So I was going to take him to Longhorn again just so I could have steak and vegetables again. But he ended up sleeping, so we didn't end up going to the movie. So I had the trifecta meal at like 4 o'clock. That was kind of the reason I was waiting. And then for dinner, we went to Busboys and Poets, and I had their fried chicken, which is chicken. It's breaded chicken breast, and I had mashed potatoes and steamed broccoli. And I did have soda with that. And I told after the second cup, I said, "Don't bring me anymore." It's I don't know, maybe a 12-ounce cup. I don't know. It's not a huge cup. So I had two of those, but stopped myself. So all in all, just considering the amount I was out and about this weekend, really proud of the discipline I showed this weekend. I definitely am proud of the discipline I've showed, because I mean, this year to date, a weekend like this, if I were placed in those same situations, would have just been catastrophic. I would have ate a ton of pancakes. I didn't have any soda on Friday. I probably would have ate a whole pizza and drank half a bottle, if not a full bottle of soda. And candidly, I admit I used to do that pretty regularly last year, and it never seemed to impact me. But I also was very disciplined throughout the week. I fasted 3 days a week, a good portion of the back half of the year for 24 hours. Um, so I did things to counteract it, and it never slowed up my progress. But this year, I'm just kind of having to tighten the reins a bit because I've been flat, or I've actually gone up since November. I mean, to be honest, I'm up 4 pounds from where I was in November, and it's going to be July in 2 days. So, it's just time to really start refocusing. I'm not killing myself, just considering the amount of change that happened this year. I was facing the prospect of potentially working out of New York. Just a lot of things going on. I had a lot of great roles come at me from New York. The thing I kept saying I couldn't mention. And so it's really hard to focus on this when I'm potentially facing such major life changes. I had an interview set up with Amazon, and had NASDAQ not offered me, there was a potential that I was going to be in Seattle. So I don't beat myself up too much, because it's very difficult to concentrate on my fitness when there are such large changes looming. But now that I recognize that I've got some stability and I'm going back to a place I've already been, I already have a lot of great relationships. Um, and the picture is much clearer. It's not as cloudy where I'm going to be 6 months from now. I'm really looking to ramp things back up and add the level of prioritization that I had last year. Obviously, even though I've worked at NASDAQ, I'm in a new company. I mean, I'm in a new division, I'm in a new role, I'm in a more senior position. So it's not like I'm going back to my old job and just pick up where I left off. And even if I did, I mean, I've been away 3 years. So, there's still a learning curve. So I can't necessarily pay attention to it the same way I did last year. And also, I'm just much busier. I'm back on the corporate side of things. I'm not working, 8:30 to 5 every day anymore. I'm pretty much at my desk 7:30, 7:45 every day. And last night I was working until like 9. Like, now, granted, I went to the pool for 2 hours with my wife and my daughter from 5:30 to 7:30. Came back and showered, and was back at my desk from 7:30 to 9. So I didn't work straight through, but I'm a lot busier now, and I'm learning, and things are new, things are much more demanding. So I'm trying to balance all of that and not end up killing myself. I mean, the negative feelings that I have in terms of my diet are not helpful, but at the same time, I need to manage and be able to stay disciplined. And so, that's why I'm really proud of this weekend, because usually my little sister was in town, my nephew was staying with us for the weekend, and we're out and about. I'll just say to myself, oh, it's a weekend out of the blue. This isn't a normal thing, so I can eat. This isn't something I'm going to sustain. But I'm recognizing that with the pandemic ending, it just feels like every weekend someone wants to do something, and I want to go out and enjoy it. But I've got to be able to control my diet. I'm really nervous about this coming weekend, because I'm going to New York for the weekend. I'm hanging out with my buddies like all day on Saturday, and then my brother's having a barbecue on Sunday. It just seems like every week there is some reason to celebrate, to eat. These social settings that I didn't have to deal with last year, things I mentioned on my channel during some of my weigh-ins, being nervous about going in the social settings because my habits are just to eat, just to gorge. I'm with family, I'm with friends, I'm relaxed. Let's have some fun. I'm gonna eat burgers, drink soda, drink lemonade. I'm gonna eat. And so this is something that's new. There are a lot of factors that have changed from last year. That's one of them. I last weekend had my sister and my nephew. This weekend I'm in New York. Then 3 weeks after that is my birthday. Like there's just always something coming up. And then after my birthday, a month later, we're supposed to go on vacation for a week, and then we come back, and then 2 weeks later, I'm in Virginia Beach for the half marathon. There is this constant stream of opportunities to just relax on my diet for this one time, but these are factors that were not present last year. There were no vacations last year. So just throughout, just working, running, working out. There was no hanging out with friends. Let's get together for brunch. Like there's none of that. So it was much easier to stay on my diet. So just recognizing how difficult it's going to be to navigate this. But I'm very aware of it, and I'm gonna manage it, and I will see my goal. I'm nervous about it, but I know I will see this goal, and I want to see it this year. So great weekend. Fasted yesterday. All I had were 2 trifecta meals, although I do have to call myself out. There was a bottle of soda left over from the weekend. I had 1 cup with dinner last night, and my wife had these little chocolate things. I had 2 of those as well. Poured out the rest of the bottle of soda because I know once I have some, I'll start going back to it again and again and again. So poured out the entire thing. I'm not gonna have any more of the chocolate things, and just staying focused. I fasted until 7. I had a trifecta meal. Had a trifecta meal at 9. Like I said, with the glass of soda and 2 little chocolate squares. And I just keep moving forward. I'm gonna fast on Thursday as well, and I'm gonna weigh in on Friday, and I'm gonna see how close I can get to 250. I've been talking too long. I'm about to do an hour in zone 2 in the treadmill, and let's just keep it pushing. Fareed Fitness signing off.